What's going on, guys? Today we're back inside of Diablo Immortal and we have just purchased the Empowered Battle Pass. This is the brand new one that brings us into knighthood with our class. As always, I pick up the $5 Battle Pass. I want to kind of show you guys what it looks like here today, what you get along the way, but also I want to talk about a class that may be in need of some love right now. We're going to dive into a Reddit post and kind of go through that after we take a look at this. So first of all, we're going to pick up our scrap, our hilts, and we get the weapon cosmetic. I'm also going to pick up the Telluric Pearl. Keep in mind, I did max my Fervent Fang. We no longer need to take those, and now I can focus on Telluric Pearls to slowly but surely upgrade my 5-star gems. We got the Iron Gambit weapon, which is pretty sweet. We got ourselves a contract, and we are not getting the archive coins because we're only buying the $5 battle pass. We're not going ahead and buying the larger one. But I want to take a look at this end cosmetic all the way at the end over here to see what it actually looks like on my character, see how good it looks. All right, so there we have it right there. Iron Gambit looks like a very Kings-like class. I kind of like it. It looks statuesque as well. Take a look at the arms, how it has that pillar or that decorative wave on it, I guess you could say. Pretty good looking class, kind of stone looking, and the eyes, super black in the eyes. Not bad. Besides that, inside of Diablo Immortal today, everything else has been the same. We've had nothing change as of yet. You got some new battle pass rewards, some new quests that you can go on. From what I'm going to be doing at this point in time is essentially just collecting my battle points until Monday, and then I'll claim everything and get a big jump over here. What I do like to do though is do a whole bunch of quests whenever I can, so I can progress the battle pass at least a few levels before my every single Monday turn-in. But I did mention to you that there was something going on Reddit that people are talking about regarding Diablo Immortal, about a class that needs some love. Let's take a look at that right now. And here we go, the genuine concern for the monk class. How many of you guys out there are playing as the monk right now? This is literally the one class that I haven't played since launch of Diablo Immortal. I don't know, I don't want to say it's concerning that people are concerned about the monk class, but it's worth discussing at least, all right? It's probably one of the least common, least played classes inside of the game. TLDR. The devs have made the monk class so irrelevant that now no one cares about the class at all, even if it's nerfed to the ground. It's a tourist destination where people visit for a weekend and then go back home to their actual class. First of all, I wouldn't say that the devs made it irrelevant. Obviously, based on the essences and things that we get from our classes, they become more or less relevant. I wouldn't go ahead and throw this right on the devs for that, but you know, overall, just the class in general, how it balances out with all of the others. I do like the it's a tourist destination where people visit for the weekend and then go back. That's a good way of putting it. The basic and fundamental concept behind the monk class. When the game launched, the monk class was neither tanky nor a DPS class. The class relied on its fast movement, dash skills, and a lot of combos to get kills and move around. In short, that was the perfect assassin class in Diablo Immortal. The class stood out in the following ways. Not as tanky as the Barber Crusader, DPS not as high as the Demon Hunter or Necro, a lot of iframes and dash skills, good burst damage, CC immunity, Shield of Zen, higher skill cap to get good results, dependent on combos and fast-paced gaming. All right, I think that's some fair things that he's stating right there. Now I'll describe how all the above mentioned unique things are done better by another class and at much lower skill cap requirements that playing monk literally makes no sense at all. And I will agree that, so for me, playing as a barbarian or as a crusader, it's a less skill class, at least for general gameplay. Maybe in PvP, that's a little bit different, but you could definitely go in and button mash with a barbarian or with a crusader a lot more than you can do with a class like a demon hunter, even a wizard, or in this case, a monk. The tanky monk. God, the most boring iteration of monk has come to light in the past few months. When you play as a tank monk, you die with boredom. Yes, the enemies can't kill you, but you don't get to kill them as well. Not to mention the low movement abilities means always in CC loops of opponents. Now, in the past, I've had a guest on the channel and he was playing as a monk. He was a fairly low res monk, around 2,000 resonance, so very low spender inside of the game, and he built out his class based on this philosophy. They can't kill me. I could distract them. I could keep them away from my opponents, and my teammates can do the killing. Yes, that could be effective, but as this person here on Reddit is stating, it can be a bit boring playing like that, not ever getting any of that glory for yourself. DPS Monk. Nearly 1.5 years ago, the devs overturned the Shimmerlin wave of light so much that people still get nightmares of the era. It still keeps people up at night when they wake up all sweaty thinking about the monk killing the entire screen in one kill. For the love of God, get over it. It's been 1.5 years. Shimmerlin cannot do anything anymore. It's been buffed to time. It's been buffed to time recently and still is hardly usable. DPS monk builds never worked for low res players. For high res, it's only effective against low res, so it tells a lot about the DPS monk builds. All right, let's go into iframes and dash skills. This is something unique to the monk class and made people play this. Now, with the Blood Knight, that can be in iframes for 65 to 70% of the time, and also has impactful dash skills. Honestly, the Blood Knight can do everything the monk could do, but 2 or 3 times better. Just does not make sense to choose monk over the Blood Knight these days. Some good points there. Plus, you have the ability to use healing mechanisms with the Blood Knight as well. I mean, new class, it's gonna shine, right? CC immunity. Obviously not a thing unique to monks, and it's okay. Honestly, with the increase in CC, every class needed this in some form. But the way Zen's shield works has been changed. Now, if you are hit when an attack that causes CC, and if your shield breaks, you won't be CC immune. Earlier, with CC hits, first a CC impact would take place, protecting you from the CC, and then the shield would break. This is a huge nerf, a massive nerf to the shield of Zen. Higher skill cap for good result. I would agree with this. To make the monk class effective, do you have any idea how many buttons you have to press? It's not as simple as activating the skills and just aiming at your opponents. A full combo utilizing the 4 skills perfectly timed and hoping not to get interrupted by other players is needed to get the kill. But why go with all the headache when you could just do so much more and much more easily with any other class? It's not that you're getting anything unique out of it. Kind of reminds me of playing something like Mortal Kombat or one of those fighter games where you have to put all those combos together. A similar way of comparing to how the monk actually works. Support class. This is the only things that the monks can do, and arguably still other classes can be better supports. The Blue Dome is good, but extremely boring to play. Played it for 2 months and I was tired of dropping Blue Dome and doing nothing else. Why no one cares about the monk? And he's saying he has proof. Apart from the above cause, there is actual evidence that no one cares about the monk anymore. Shadow nerf to skills. There's been a shadow nerf of Shield of Zen and also the Blue Dome of monks. Zanshini Mode made a video on the Zen nerf, and Killswitch made a video on the radius of Blue Dome being nerfed. None of it mentioned in patch notes. No one cared, no posts on Reddit, no one posted, no voices raised. Okay, I didn't see those videos, so I can't comment on that. Closing thoughts. Just because a class is a small community does not mean that the devs will stop trying to make the class interesting and at par with other classes. An already small community has been now reduced to dust. Honestly, now just delete the class altogether? No, I would definitely say not to delete the class altogether, and I would actually be curious to see how many players actually play as the monk. I would love to get like a big community poll together to see how many monk players are there actually inside the game, what percentage. And actually, I wonder if I could reach out to Blizzard about this and get those numbers, some hard data from the game, what percentage of players play as the monk. I'll see what I could do about that. Also, there's a PS. There are also PvE aspects of monk that I've not highlighted. Example, how bad it is now to clear challenge rifts as a monk. But already, it's a long post. All right, so what do you guys think of the monk? Do you think that the monk is in need of some love and is struggling right now inside of the game? Do you think the Blood Knight came into the game and really just took over anything special that the monk had? Very curious to see your thoughts below. I know my very good friend Red October has been monk since day one and continues to be monk today. He's actually the one that shared this Reddit post with me, and I'm curious about how many of you guys are as well. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll be back with another video.